This is the Desphere 13 and welcome to another episode of World of Tanks. Now, this one's going to be a bit different because it's more of an update as to why I haven't been able to upload as much as I want to recently. Now, part of it is the ISP, and earlier the day that I recorded this, patch 9.15 came out. And amongst many other things, such as a ping interface to show you your connection speed to the servers, they also adjusted some of the way the UI looks, or the user interface looks. So like the numbers near the shells are bigger, the timer's bigger. They've added a ding at 2 minutes. They've added a click when a camo net on binoculars actually start working. They've made an attempt to rebalance some of the Japanese heavies, especially the lower tier ones, which, yeah, there's a reason why a lot of people started going down the Japanese tier line and just stopped after the OI experimental and the OI. But that's not really my problem with this new update. Amongst many of the claims, they've reduced physics. So, at this point, I can't really turn much further and have a nice, smooth go around this thing. And I've been mainly zoomed in, and then I get that kick, and I'm like, well, I need to back up. What? Why am I tilting? Why am I tilting? Reduced physics? I couldn't do that in 9.14. Why can't I do it in 9.15? That might just be a bug with the physics. That might just be some forgotten code. That's perfectly fine. I mean, it's annoying, but I'm pretty sure they'll eventually fix it, because I'm guaranteed not to be the only one who's affected by it. However, what I'm about to start talking about, I'm pretty sure most people would be all too familiar with, and that would be lag and disconnects. Now, I think I've narrowed it down. It's not on my side, it's not my computer assuming, oh, we don't have internet and click, you can no longer play the game. It's not Wargaming, or World of Tanks, World of Warships, War Thunder, anything like that, deciding your ping is too high, so we're gonna kick you. I think I've narrowed it down to the ISP. And the reason I say that is for a few different reasons. First off, it was about 4 months ago, that I started to notice high ping and disconnects. Which, every once in a while I did get high ping, every once in a while I did end up disconnecting from World of Tanks or whatever, World of Warships, War Thunder, whatever game I was playing at the time. But I didn't get it more than about once a week. I know, once a week, oh no. I live in the middle of freaking nowhere. For point of reference as to how far away I am from large server rooms and so on and so forth. So, high ping every once in a while. Well, I say high ping. Pinging around the 80s, 90s, sometimes if I was really, really lucky, it'd be as low as in the 60s. All fair, good. And every once in a while, I'd end up being disconnected. For where I'm at, that's pretty darn good. And I could play World of Tanks without having to worry about whether or not I was going to disconnect and end up driving into the ocean, or have a leg spike, drive over a ridge into the barrage of enemy guns, and when it all came back, I was dead. However, last 3-4 months, I've been noticing at least 2 disconnects a day over about 3 hours of gaming. And the rest of the time, about every 5 minutes, lag. No matter what game I'm playing, no matter what setting I'm playing it on, whether I'm hardlined my computer into the router or I'm using the router through Wi-Fi, doesn't matter. So I've been having a lot of gaming issues. I mean, with how my life is, gaming probably the least of my worries. However, like I said, I think I've narrowed it down to my ISP, because I've messed with my computer. I've gone into the router, and I can't figure out what's wrong. So it's not on my end, and I know about 3-4 months ago, my connection was solid to Wargaming servers, Gaijin servers, and it didn't make sense why all of a sudden I would start having ping issues. Now, the rest of my family would have ping issues if I was uploading a video. Except, I wasn't uploading videos, and my little brother in 7th grade would come rushing in, "Are you uploading again?" And I'd be sitting there on an empty computer with the router screen up, searching, trying to figure out what's wrong, and my response would be, "I wouldn't even have been thinking about that right now." And it's ridiculous, because my parents are the kind of people who go, well, if it's worth doing, it's worth overdoing. So they're paying for quote-unquote high-speed internet. And yeah, it's high speed when it works. However, it's not always working. Heck, if it went back to the 3-4 months ago, to where there was every once in a while a disconnect, and every once in a while a high ping, it'd be an improvement. But to have the internet crash several times a day, to experience low speed internet while paying for the quote high speed unquote internet, something's wrong. Something's just wrong. And it angers me because there's nothing I can do. I can't pay for a different ISP. I can't pay to upgrade to a higher speed. There's nothing I can do. And do my parents get affected by it? Well, my mom uses Facebook every once in a while. My dad plays spades every once in a while and gets it on Facebook. My brother watches YouTube. I'm the only one who does gaming in my house. And it's frustrating to have to talk about lag and ping, because my brother's the closest person to getting it. Because every once in a while, he plays World of Tanks. He hasn't got much further than a tier 5, but he plays World of Tanks every once in a while. And he knows the frustration it can have to be right about to get that kill, be right about to get that top gun, and then all of a sudden, the game says you have no connection to the server. So you relog as fast as you possibly can, and it loads you into the game, and you're dead. And who killed you? The person you thought you had. By no fault of your own. And that's if you're lucky enough to log back in before the game ends. If you're not, Wargaming servers count that as a abandoned battle, which goes towards warnings, and then day bans, and then from that week bans, and well, I'm assuming it's a week ban because I haven't gotten anything more than a day every once in a while. And it's ridiculous to be facing in-game consequences because your ISP is deciding they don't want to work and go back on the high speed and quality internet connection claim. And that's why I haven't been putting videos up as much, and it angers me. I don't like it, but there's nothing I can do. But anyway, this is the end of the Sphere 13. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and share. and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Signing off. Bye.